This is the finale of Cultish Season 2, and we have four excellent quizzers who have made it to the final. On seat 1, we have Calvin, followed by Achyuth, Pat, and Mario. All the best. Let's get started.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck,
Good luck.
everyone.
Calvin, the first of your three questions for this round. Which brand, known for its hyperbolic paraboloid-shaped products made of potatoes, released this Ramadan ad?
Pringles?
Is right, and you're off the mark. Your second one. The Venezuela away kit jersey uses a terrain-inspired graphic to represent what type of steep, flat-top mountain that rise abruptly from the jungle. These unique islands in the sky, which includes the likes of Mount Roraima, are home to many endemic species.
Tepui?
Is right. That's what it's called. And your third, Calvin. This smoky dried chili pepper is simply an jalapeno that has been ripened until red and then smoke dried. It is often blended with mayonnaise to form a creamy sauce or condiment. What is this called?
Chipotle.
3 on 3. Strong start for you there. Achyuth, your 3 coming up now. What term is given to early muzzle-loading firearms that use a form of striking mechanism to create sparks and ignite gunpowder? Popular between the 16th and 19th centuries, they typically used a form of hard quartz-based rock for the ignition mechanism.
Musket.
Not that. Pat?
Flintlock.
Is right. These are called flintlocks. Next one for Achyuth. Emerald Fennell's adaptation of Wuthering Heights has sparked a renewed interest in Gothic literature. Which 1764 novel, often considered to be the first Gothic novel, follows the tyrannical Prince Manfred, who attempts to marry his son's fiancée Isabella after a giant helmet mysteriously crushes his son on his wedding day?
Castle of Otranto.
Is correct. You're off the mark with that one by Horace Walpole. And your third. What is the title of this show about 6 strangers trying to survive the first 24 hours of a zombie invasion? Despite its name, the show doesn't feature any characters of Mexican heritage.
Day of the Dead.
Is correct. Pat, your 3. Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary prioritizes scientific accuracy and plausibility. Rocky's pentagonal body shape distributes structural load more evenly than square sections by minimizing stress concentration at corners. This is based on a principle formulated by which American design scientist and used primarily for modern geodesic domes?
Richard Buckminster Fuller.
Is correct. Second. The Black Paintings is the name given to a group of teen paintings by Goya from the later years of his life. This painting is Goya's version of which incident from the Book of Blank, in which the protagonist saves Israel from the assault of an Assyrian general?
Judith.
Do you want to add something to it? I'll prompt you.
Judith
What
beheading
incident?
Holofernes.
Is right. Absolutely right. Knew you had it. And your third, Pat. Deriving from a corruption of the Dutch term hook gun, what type of long-barreled muzzle-loading firearm enabled infantry in the 15th and 16th centuries to penetrate armor? This predecessor of the musket came to be known as the caliber or caliber, owing to its consistent bore size.
Arquebus.
Is a good answer. 3 on 3 for you as well. Mario, you're 3 now. The title cards in the second season of Beef pair quote literature with art. Episode 6 pairs a line by English poet A.E. Housman with Landscape with the Fall of Icarus by which painter?
Bruegel.
is right. This is Bruegel the Elder. The Ghana Away kit jersey depicts intricate geometric patterns that hold deep cultural and philosophical significance. These patterns are found on what vibrant hand-woven textile worn in a toga-like fashion among the Asante, Akan, and Ewe people across West Africa.
Kenta.
Could you repeat your answer?
Kente cloth. K-E-N-T.
I heard that. Kente is right. And your third? Here, the I-10 freeway leading to Coachella is littered with billboards featuring musicians from the festival. Which American pop singer, who often incorporates rap elements into her dance and electronic music, got her signature Donnie Darko-esque mascots to hold up signs along the roads leading to Coachella? Mario?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Not Sabrina Carpenter. Calvin?
Later.
Yeah, Slater is absolutely right. A reference to her critically acclaimed 2026 album, Worst Girl in America. Calvin, your set of three for round two. The Hail Mary accelerates at 1.5 g for approximately 4 subjective years to reach Tau Ceti, 12 light years away. It requires applying what relativistic rocket equation that governs the motion of vehicles that travel close enough to light speed? It is credited to a scientist whose legacy is primarily housed at the State Museum of Cosmonautics in Kaluga.
Tsiolkovsky.
Could you repeat your answer?
Tsiolkovsky.
Is right. Tsiolkovsky. Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, to be precise. And your next one, Calvin. What is the title of this show about a teenager armed all by her own after dark, trying to escape a zombie invasion in the blank, blank, blank? That is, when the zombies are most active.
Dead of Night.
Is right. Good answer. This was a screen live feature by Snapchat that was quite popular when it came out. And your third one, Calvin. This painting depicts Goya's maid and lover, Leocadia Weiss. She belonged to what stylish lower class social group whose flamboyant members were often depicted by Goya? Calvin, do you have an answer?
Maha.
Could you repeat that again?
Maha.
Yeah, that is right. This is the Mayo or the Maya,
Oh, my.
or Manolo or Manola is also accepted. Achyuth, your three now. Which brand that features an array of 12 four-leaf clovers embossed on its product released this Ramadan ad?
Oreo.
Yeah. Next one. Episode 2 derives its title from a line in Within a Budding Grove, the second volume of a monumental novel by which author? In 1971, the town of Ilias was renamed to Ilias Combre to honor the writer.
Proust.
Is right. second volume of In Search of Lost Time. And your third one, the Khorasan Highway was a major ancient trade route connecting Mesopotamia and the Iranian plateau. The Royal Road, which is part of the Khorasan Highway, was created under Darius I to connect Susa to Sardis, the capital of which Anatolian kingdom. In 547 BC, Cyrus the Great defeated their king Croesus, unifying the entire trade route from the Aegean Sea to Central Asia.
Lydia.
It is the kingdom of Lydia, or the Lydians. Points to you. Pat, your three. Episode 5 of Beef gets its title from a quote taken from the unabridged journals of which poet and author, whose only published collection of poetry during her life was The Colossus and Other Poems.
Sylvia Plath.
It is Sylvia Plath. Raghu Rai's India's Great Masters is a photographic journey into the heart of classical music. This photo by Raghu Rai features which flautist? Apart from Hindustani classical music, he has composed for several Bollywood films in a partner Shiv Kumar Sharma and collaborated with international artists including the Beatles and John McLaughlin.
Kapoor.
Not Kapoor. Mario?
Pass.
Achyuth?
Chaurasia.
Is right. This is Hari Prasad Chaurasia. Your third one, Pat. Named for the mountain ridges in the Mexican state of Hidalgo, where it was originally cultivated, this small fury chili pepper is commonly used fresh in salsas and sauces. What is it called?
Habanero.
Not that. Mario?
Pass.
Passing to Calvin.
Serrano.
Is right. Good steal. This is Serrano from the serrated ridges of the mountains. And Mario, your three coming up. Deriving from a corruption of the thunder gun, what type of firearm with a short, large caliber barrel was used widely between the 17th and mid-19th centuries? This predecessor of the shotgun was flared at the muzzle to aid in the loading of shot or pellet.
Blunderbuss.
Is right. Your next one. Which 1794 novel follows Emily St. Aubert, and often separated from her lover Valancourt and trapped in a gloomy castle in Italy by the villainous Montoni who wants her wealth? This foundational Gothic romance serves as a notable point of reference in Jane Austen's Northanger Abbey, which was completed in 1799.
Trilby.
Oh, not that. Achyuth?
Pass.
Pat?
The Mystery of Udolpho.
Is right. Mysteries of Udolpho, but I will take it. By Anne Radcliffe. Mario, you're next. The eastern tribes of which equestrian nomadic group settled along the Khorasan Highway when they were forced there by the UHC? Skilled in archery and mounted warfare, these warriors were a feared part of Xerxes' army during his invasion of Greece.
Scythians.
It is the Scythians, yeah. or Saka, as they were called. With that, we begin round 3, Calvin with a bit of a lead. Episode 8 pairs a quote by Canadian poet Marion Woodman with The Four Seasons by which painter who used seasonal produce to represent the stability of his Habsburg patrons.
Archimboldo.
This is Acroboldo. And your next. Which English artist put up this Coachella billboard reference to her visa issues from last year? Her body high tour is a result of her embracing her slender figure, which people used to make fun of growing up. So it says visa tick mark, Grammy tick mark, body high tick mark. Calvin, any guesses?
Ray.
Not Ray. Mario?
Pass.
Passing to Achyuth
Pass.
and to Pat.
Big gamble. FKA Twigs.
And you'll be right. Great steal.
Nice.
Twigs because she had a twiggy
Yeah.
appearance. And FKA, some people say, means formerly known as, although she has said it was just a random scramble of letters. Calvin, you're next. Which 1820 novel follows its titular character, a scholar who sold his years of life as he travels the world for someone who will take over the pack for him? This Gothic masterpiece was heavily influenced by a Christian legend about an individual who was also referred to as the Eternal Jew.
Mephisto.
Not that. Mario? Think you said pass. Achyuth?
Pass.
Goes to Pat.
Faust.
Not Faust. No.
Dr.
This
Faustus.
is
Is it?
based on The Wandering Jew, and this work is
Ah.
called Melmoth the Wanderer by Charles Turin.
Thirds.
Continuing with Achyuth. This painting by Goya features Satan in the form of a goat at what type of clandestine assembly where women who practiced magic met for performing dark rituals?
A witch's Sabbath.
Is what it's called. Nice one. A24 often adapts its logo to match the film's aesthetics. In which 2024 film did the logo appear in this manner? The dystopian tale features a team of military embedded journalists racing against time to interview the president before rebel factions descend upon the White House.
Pass.
Mario
Civil War.
is correct. Achyuth, next. This photo by Raghu Rai features which vocalist? Chiefly belonging to the Jaipur Atrauli Gharana, the grand old lady of Hindustani classical music received tutelage from gurus of multiple gharanas, which led her to develop a distinct vocal style for her khayals and thumris. Few more seconds.
Holker.
Not Holker. Mario,
Pass.
passing to Calvin,
I'll pass.
passing to Pat.
Pass.
All right. Did you have a guess, Calvin? You hesitated
Fungal.
there.
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
This is Kishori Amonkar.
Ah, that's the name.
Holkar was a good attempt, very
Yeah.
close.
No, yeah.
Pat, you're three now. Which fast food chain tweaked its iconic red fry box to resemble conical-shaped domes for this Ramadan ad?
McDonald's.
Yeah, this is McDonald's. The Curaçao Away kit, via its pastel yellow base and vibrant stripes, celebrates the sunlit facades of colorful buildings in the Punda and Otrobanda districts of which city, the island's capital. Its historic center is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that is home to the oldest surviving synagogue in the Americas.
Oranjestad.
Not that. Mario
Willemstad.
is right, yeah. Willemstad is what it's called. And Pat, your third one. The structure inside Pragati Maidan was designed by architect Raj Reval in the early 1970s to house an exhibition curated by Charles and Ray Eames on the life and times of which statesmen. It was demolished in 2017 along with Reval's groundbreaking Hall of Nations as part of a redevelopment plan by the central government.
Could you enlarge the photograph, please?
Yeah.
Jawaharlal Nehru.
And you'll be right.
Oh.
Good guess. The structure is called the Nehru Pavilion. Mario, you're three now. A spin-off from a popular zombie franchise. What is the title of this show about a damaged submarine that is blank, 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 and blank as the Walker outbreak ravages the crew?
Hmm.
Uh, Taste of the water.
Not what? Not quite. Achyuth,
Pass.
passing to Calvin.
Dead in the water.
That is what it's called. Yeah. Dead in the Water. That's a spin-off from The Walking Dead. And Mario, you're next. This mild, heart-shaped, dark green chili pepper takes its name from Mexico's fourth largest city, the capital of the namesake state in the east central part of the country. What is it called?
Um, Jalapeno.
Not that. Achyut
Poblano.
is a great answer. It is Poblano. It's from Puebla. And your next, Mario. The selective breeding Grace and Rocky perform on tau amoeba mirrors real directed evolution protocols. This process is governed by what growth equation used widely in biochemical engineering? It was developed by a Nobel Prize winner who co-proposed the operon model, explaining how E. coli bacteria turn lactose genes on or off.
Monad equation.
It is the growth equation. Good answer. Francois Jacob and Monod proposed the operon model. And Calvin, let's begin round 4 with you. Which ballet, choreographed to music by Adolphe Adam, saw Anna Pavlova play the titular role of a peasant girl who dies of heartbreak after learning the true identity of her lover, Albrecht? She's later summoned from her grave into the vengeful sisterhood of Willis or the Villas. This is Giselle. Your next one, Calvin. The Nehru Pavilion's interior spaces were arranged to allow for movement around its central structure. What principle that advocates a clockwise circumambulation of a sacred altar in Indic religions is the basis for the circulation system of the exhibition? It also lends its name to a music group formed in the early 1990s. Calvin?
Mandala.
Not that. Achyuth?
Parikrama.
Is right, yeah. Parikrama gets its name from this. Or Pradakshina is also a very technical term that still fits this answer. Calvin, you're next. Ekbatana, along the Khorasan Highway, was the capital of which empire that is considered to be the first Iranian state? The defeat of its last king, Astyages, at the Battle of Pasargade led to Cyrus the Great establishing the Achaemenid Empire in the region. Calvin?
Parthian.
Not the Parthians. Mario?
Media.
This is Medea, yes. Good steal. Medea or the Median Empire. Achyuth, your 3. At near light speed travel in Project Hail Mary, physical properties of bodies undergo relativistic corrections. What eponymous factor quantifies such corrections? At velocity equal to 0.92 c, this dimensionless factor, conceived by a pioneering Dutch physicist, is gamma approximates 2.5, which means the ship suffers relativistic collisions at a much higher rate than at normal velocities.
Lorentz.
It is Lorentz. Nice answer. And you're next. This small lantern-shaped pepper is often used for hot sauces and takes its name from a Cuban city, despite being most closely associated with the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. What is it called?
Habanero.
This time, yes. And your third. The Mexico home kit, based on their 1998 World Cup kit, features patterns based on what artifact that was unearthed in 1790 at the Zocalo in Mexico City. This 3.6 meter, 25-ton monolith representing the cosmos was used by a particular civilization primarily as a sacrificial altar.
Aztec disc.
Not quite. Mario?
Pass.
Passing to Calvin.
Pass.
Pat?
Sunstone or sun
Do you want
disk?
to add?
Aztec
that's right.
sunstone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I was just
Nice.
about to prompt you, but you said it. Aztec Sunstone or the Piedra del Sol or the Aztec Calendar Stone. Pat, your 3 now. In which 2022 film did the logo appear in this manner? The 2 in A24 is depicted as a serpentine finger, much like the emblem the group of teenagers in Adelaide used to communicate with dead spirits.
The Babadook.
Not that. Mario
Talk to me.
is a good pull. Yeah,
Nice.
you're reaching out for it. Talk to me is a nice answer. Pat, you're next. Which ballet, choreographed to piano music by Frédéric Chopin, saw Anna Pavlova play the role of an air spirit stemming of Paracelsus? This plotless ballet blanc creates a dreamlike mood by featuring many white-clad dancers in the moonlight.
The Sylphide.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Sulfides, Les Sulfide is another valley of the same name, but you gave me the concept. And your next one, Pat. Which Icelandic singer, known for blending genres such as jazz pop and classical music, has put up such billboards for Coachella? This darling of performative males has won 2 Grammy Awards in this decade.
Lofi?
Yeah, that's right. It's Löwe, but Lofi is also accepted. So that's why she has this thing. Visit saylöwe.com so that people can learn her name. And we have all learned it now. Mario, your 3 coming up. This photo by Raghu Rai features which tabla master with his son Zakir Hussain? He trained in the Punjab and the Patiala Gharanas in his youth and gained international recognition in 1960s while featuring in Ravi Shankar's concerts, notably at Woodstock and Monterey.
And Ustad Bismillah Khan.
No, not him. Calvin?
Allah Rakha Khan.
That is right. Allah Rakha. Ustad Allah Rakha. Good steal for you there, Calvin. Mario, you're next. Which quick service chain, named for a certain habit practiced by some of its customers, released this Ramadan ad?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Is right. Customers like to dunk their donuts, and the owner named it after that. And your third and final one for the round, Mario. Raj Reval's design for the Nehru Pavilion followed geometrical principles based on Buddhist values for an agnostic diagram meant to represent the universe of the Hinduism and Jainism, served as the basis for the structure's floor plan.
Mandala.
This time, yes. And with that, we go into a very interesting last round, 12-11, 12-11. Calvin, here are your last 3 owns. A shorter version of the musket was created in the mid-17th century to be used by certain mounted French or Italian troops who came to be named after it. What term is given to such lightweight, compact firearms that are deployed widely in the modern world? And you see a visual of a modern variant.
Rifle.
Not that. Achyuth?
Dragoon.
Not a dragoon. Mario?
Pass.
Passing to Pat.
Carbine?
That is right, yeah. The Carabinieri get their name from it. This is a carbine. Next one for you, Calvin. This photo by Raghu Rai features which sitar virtuoso? Born into and trained in the Etava Gharana, founded by his grandfather. He is co-credited with the development of the Gayaki Ang, a technique that emulates a style of Hindustani classical melisma or vocal run on the sitar.
Vilayat Khan.
Could you repeat that?
Vilayat Khan.
Is right, yeah. I thought I heard it, but I just wanted to be sure. Vilayat Khan is
I
correct.
think it's Gayaki Ang, like singing.
Ah.
Gayak.
Thanks, Achyuth. Calvin, your last own. In which 2023 film did the logo appear in this manner? It appears along with the logo for MW Industries to hint at how the titular character is living inside a terrifying reality that his controlling mother has created for him.
Bo is afraid.
Yeah, and you're right. Just in the nick of time. Bo is afraid. Takes you to 10 owns. And Achyuth, your 3 coming up. The Nehru Pavilion was one of the first green modern buildings of India because glass bricks provided natural light and the external modern grass with a structure embedded underground. What mound-like structure, typically housing ancient relics and serving as a Buddhist shrine, was Raj Raval inspired by?
Stupa.
Yeah, stupa it is. Which Colombian reggaeton icon put up over 10 billboards, including one featuring a Tabasco spicy Latina flavor bottle, spelling her name out? She made history this year by becoming the first Latina artist to headline Coachella.
Carol G.
And that is right, Achyuth. Mario seems
Thanks to
gutted. I think he was waiting for
Thanks
it.
to Mario. Yeah, he only told me about it.
Which ballet, based on a poem by Lord Byron about a mysterious pirate captain, was famously revived 4 times by the ballet master Marius Petepa? Pavlova has played the role of the lead heroine Medora and the harem slave Gulnar during her time at the Imperial Ballet.
Um, La Bayadere.
Not that. Mario?
Le Corsaire.
That is right. This is The Corsair by Byron, which it is based on. 10 owns to you as well, Achyuth. And Pat, your 3. Which 1796 novel is about the moral corruption, sexual obsession, and demonic downfall of Ambrosio, a respected Spanish Catholic? This controversial Gothic novel had a profound influence on the horror genre, establishing tropes such as character doubling, gruesome deaths, and the supernatural becoming corporeal. Pat?
A glass darkly?
Not that. Calvin?
Pass.
Passing to Achyuth.
Pass.
And to Mario.
Philby.
Not that. This is simply called The Monk by Matthew Gregory Lewis. Pat, your next one. Which Eastern Iranian civilization set up their homeland in Transoxiana, the land between the Amu Darya and Sir Darya rivers? These traders, based out of Samarkand, were highly influential, and their language was the lingua franca of the Khorasan highway between the 7th and 9th century CE.
Bactrians?
No.
Pass.
Passing to Achyuth.
Sogdian.
These are the Sogdians, yes. Sogdiana being the region, or Sogdia to be precise, sorry. And Pat, that brings us to your last own. What is the title of this show about a group battling to survive a zombie attack on the stage of a reality TV show? The group are blank blank on surviving in this Charlie Brooker cult hit.
Dead Set?
Dead Set is right. These were all dead zombie shows. Doing well there across the board. And we come to the last 3 questions of the quiz. Mario, if you get all 3, you are the champion of Cultish Season 2. Let's see how this all plays out. 24 film did the logo appear in this manner. The Hollywood sign-esque design hints at the protagonist's chase for fame and fortune in the 1980s, while she's being pursued by a mysterious killer in this bookend to a trilogy.
Fuck. X.
Passing to Calvin.
Pearl.
Could you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
Pearl.
Not that. Achyuth
Pass.
goes to Pat.
Pass.
All right.
Maxine, isn't it?
Maxine.
Maxine. Yeah, it's Maxine. That's what it. Triple
I think
X.
X was the second movie.
Right. I mean, answer was among you folks, but yeah, missing out on that. Still could be a four-way tie. This painting is Goya's reinterpretation of the motifs associated with which group of goddesses that traditionally consists of Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos. Mario?
Furies.
No. Calvin?
Fates.
Yeah. Fates of the Moirai. That's who they are. And that was your fate, Mario. And your last one. Which ballet is about a village girl, Swanhilda, who saves her fiancé Franz from a deluded inventor who wants to transfer a human soul into his beautiful life-sized mechanical doll? Anna Pavlova played Swanhilda multiple times at the Imperial Ballet of St. Petersburg.
Coppelia.
Putting that away without a beat. And with that, we have Calvin emerging as the champion of Cultish Season 2. Congratulations, Calvin.
Well played.
Dominating
Well
across
done.
the entire
Well
game.
played.
Well played,
Well
guys. I mean, super answers throughout.
Thank you. Thank you for
Siddharth,
leading,
you asked
Siddharth.
for a close game, and I think
Yeah, I think
we
you guys
couldn't
couldn't
have.
have delivered better.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.